Once the most dangerous country in the world, El Salvador was trapped in a nightmare of violence. MS-13 and Barrio 18 ruled the streets, and in 2015, the murder rate hit an astonishing 103 homicides per 100,000 people, one of the highest ever recorded. Then in 2019, a new leader emerged, Nayib Bukele. His mission? To reclaim El Salvador from the grip of crime and transform the nation. But no one expected just how far he would go. Bukele's strategy was aggressive, sweeping military and police operations, mass arrests, and a zero-tolerance policy against gang violence. But in March 2022, after a deadly surge in killings, he took it even further. The state of exception was enacted, suspending civil liberties and allowing mass arrests without warrants. In just months, over 75,000 suspected gang members were taken off the streets, crippling gang networks across the country. Then came Bukele's most controversial move, the creation of CECOT, the world's most notorious mega prison. Designed to house 40,000 inmates, it became the final destination for El Salvador's most feared criminals. Under 24/7 surveillance, stripped of any gang connections, these prisoners are locked away indefinitely. Bukele's message was clear. There would be no second chances for those who terrorized El Salvador. And the results? A transformed nation. Homicide rates have dropped to historic lows, and for the first time in decades, Salvadorans feel safe walking the streets. In 2024, Bukele was re-elected in a landslide victory with over 85% of the vote, an unprecedented show of support. To millions, he's not just a president, he's a savior. Investors are returning, tourism is booming, and El Salvador is now being hailed as one of the safest nations in Latin America. But not everyone agrees. Critics warn that Bukele's iron-fisted approach has come at a cost. Thousands have been detained without trial, and accusations of human rights violations are growing. So is Bukele a hero or a dictator? One thing is certain, El Salvador's transformation is unlike anything the world has seen. With a second term secured, Bukele now has 5 more years to shape El Salvador's future. Will his hardline policies inspire other nations, or will they eventually backfire? Only time will tell. One country, one leader, one radical experiment. This is the story of El Salvador's war on crime. But is it truly a victory, or just the beginning of a new battle?